Watch Dogs 1 is known for many things, and the convoluted plot is probably one of them. So today, I'm gonna figure out what the plot is. My name's Erin Gray, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, where I'm recreating a video that I made several years ago on my other channel before I can realize I had a dedicated channel for gaming things. This speedrun of the plot will not be entirely accurate, as I am going off of my current replay, which I'm not even out of Act 2 yet, and what I remember from several years ago when I fully played the game last time. So if you're looking for a full description of the plot in very vivid detail, might not be the video for you, but we get to see what I remember and what I don't remember and make fun of me later for it when I don't actually remember the things that actually happened in the game. Alright, here we go. So we're going to start with the man of the hour in the center of our graph. In the center of the entire plot of this game, Aiden Pierce, my actual beloved. I forgot how much I loved Aiden Pierce until I started replaying the game, and I'm like, oh, I kind of have a huge fucking crush on this man. Aiden Pierce here is the center of our universe, is the center of the plot of this game. We are playing as Aiden Pierce, and we are breaking into the Merlot, which is a hotel in the north side of Chicago district, is run by a guy named Lucky Quinn. Lucky Quinn is the kind of mastermind behind one of the Chicago South Club. Dude's got money. Dude's got cash money. He's got the dollar bills, y'all. So we are breaking into the Merlot with the help of our other fellow hacker, Damian Brinks, which is just the slimiest name you can ever give a guy. Like, who has the last name of Brinks? That just sounds weird and wrong. Aiden and Damian kind of know each other. Damian taught Aiden some things. Not all of the things that Aiden knows, but he taught most of the things that Aiden knows, or like was the foundation, the jumping point for Aiden. So they break into the Merlot, and there is apparently a second hacker at the Merlot, or was trying to infiltrate into the system at the same time. We kind of don't know at this point in the game. We just know that there's someone else breaching the system, so our connection to the Merlot gets shot. We gotta get out, and then we escape from the Merlot. So it should be also good to note at this point that Aiden does have family in the area, comprised of Nikki, who's his sister, and then Nikki has two children of Lena and Jackson, or who we call Jax in the game. This is a very strong familial bond here. They are related, and I'm using dark green because Aiden has dark green eyes, and I could stare at them forever because I love this man. After the hit at the Merlot, there is a mysterious person who orders a hit on both Aiden and Damian. Lena gets killed in the process of this hit, and Aiden was with Lena at that time. Aiden was driving Lena to Pawnee. They were going to Pawnee. They were having a fun time, and Lena gets killed in the midst of this accident. So 11 months go by, and Aiden is trying to put the pieces of his life back together. He finds the person who did the hit, whose name is Maurice. I'm forgetting his last name, but this is the point of this video. I'm gonna forget things. Maurice is the reason that Lena got killed. Like, apparently that wasn't supposed to happen. Lena was just collateral. That wasn't the intended plan. It was just to scare Aiden off from doing larger hits on places like the Merlot again. So they find Maurice at the baseball stadium with the help of Bad Boy 17. Bad Boy 17 is a hacker who is part of DedSec. DedSec, we learn later in the game, is this like hacker group, kind of like a modern day IRL anonymous hacker group in that way. This is this universe's version of that. So DedSec is trying to expose future organizations that we'll learn about later on in the game. So Bad Boy helps Aiden hack his way out of the stadium, and Jordy is another fixer. Jordy Chin, I think, is his last name. I actually don't remember. I just know his first name is Jordy, and he dresses in a suit all the time. So Jordy helps with capturing Maurice and bringing Maurice back to the studio, or like his apartment place, wherever the fuck he's keeping Maurice. I don't know. We escape from the baseball stadium. We go back to our hotel, and this is where we kind of like get a flashback sequence and learning about Lena's death. We are in contact with Bad Boy 17 to try to get access to CTOS systems. CTOS I'm going to put down in this corner over here, I think. CTOS is kind of like, it's in its own world over here. DedSec has access to CTOS. Bad Boy also wants to get access to CTOS, so she asks Aiden, like, hey, if you break into this CTOS station, you can have access to CTOS in the loop, but you can also give me access. So Aiden breaks into the CTOS station, able to get access. So Bad Boy in return also gives him access to all of DedSec's codes that they have. So now these three parties now have they have access to CTOS proper. In the midst of all this, Aiden goes to a birthday party for Jackson. Jackson just turned 10 years old, so good. We love him. He's hit the double digits. We're gonna put a big 10 years, yay, with a little smiley face, because we love Jackson and his whole heart. Aiden goes to the birthday party for Jackson. He arrives late because, of course he does, because it's Aiden Pierce. That's what he does. While he's at the birthday party, Nikki gets a call from a mysterious caller. Mysterious... If I can spell mysterious correctly, caller. So mysterious caller prank calls Nikki, and Aiden is like, fuck that, I'm gonna do vigilante justice on this guy. He enlists Bad Boy to help track down the mysterious caller. I'm not even sure what my color key is anymore at this point. So she uses CTOS, or Bad Boy uses CTOS, find the mysterious caller, who we then trace back to, and we find out it is dun dun dun, Damian Branks is the prank caller, which Aiden is like, hell no, what the fuck are you doing? Damian wants to meet up with Aiden because after the incident at the Merlot, after Lena dies, Aiden's like, fuck you, Damian, you wanted to stay in the system and you are the reason why Lena is dead. Damian and Aiden no longer speak to each other until Damian is now trying to reestablish this connection. I'll put that in a neon green. He's trying to reestablish this connection, and Aiden's like, hell no, and Damian's like, hell yes. Damian says he knows about the second hacker. He believes there's a second hacker, he has information on it, and he wants Aiden's help to try to figure out who it was so they can both get revenge on what had happened to them. And Aiden's like, no, Aiden's been going about this his own way. He doesn't want Damian's help. So Aiden is like a little angry boy down here. He's like, hell no, I'm not working with you. That is off the table. We then get access to CTOS from Bad Boy, who we find out that Bad Boy is actually Clara Lily, who is a beautiful human being, and I love her tattoos very dearly. Bad Boy is secretly Clara, who is willing to help Aiden and gives him the CTOS access and hacks. So there is a exchange of goods here, and we're going to start intersecting lines here because it's my video. I can do what I want. Clara gave him the DedSec hacks. Before we get into Act 2, there is another hang up here. So Jordy informs us that there is a survivor of the stadium. The stadium survivor, I do not remember his name for the life of me in this moment. So Stadium Survivor is in the county jail for the fake staging of the gang crimes that they tried to do, and he is being persuaded to talk about what happened. Aiden, dressed in fucking orange peels, as the fucking chapter name is called, breaks into the prison to basically shut his damn mouth and scare him. So he's not dead. And those, I guess, are to mean like he got scared. Not dead. He's not dead. He's not dead. So that kind of brings us into Act 2. Act 2 begins with Nikki getting fucking kidnapped by fucking Damian Branks, and I fucking hate him with my whole heart. Nikki is now kidnapped by Damian. I'm gonna put a little kidnap down here. Kidnapped. Aiden goes to be like, what the fuck, Damian? Why the fuck are you doing this? And Damian's like, because I want you to help me figure out what the fuck is on this hard drive. We get the hard drive, which apparently has information about the second hacker at the Merlot. And then we find out that Aiden, somehow, for some reason, Jax is being pursued by people for some fucking reason. So Aiden goes all macho, gotta save my family vibe. And he goes and protects Jackson and gets him to go see Yolanda, which is his therapist. I'm gonna put a little travel bag here. Whee. That's a travel bag. That is a travel bag, everybody. I promise I don't have an art degree. Jackson is now with Yolanda as Aiden tries to figure out how the fuck he can get Nikki out. So we go after the guys that Damian had kidnapped Nikki, which was Racine, and we essentially kill the guy. How dare you go after our nephew? How dare you go after my sister? So we kill the Racine guy, and Damien's like, what the fuck, man? That wasn't what you were supposed to do. And Aiden is like, I don't care. That isn't what I was supposed to do. Fuck you. They start digging into, they as in Clara and Aiden start digging into this hard drive at the Owl Motel, and his place of residence goes up in flames. So he was staying at the Owl Motel, and it is now in fire. It is now caught on fire. I'm gonna put flames around this. Clara was there. We protect Clara, so Clara is like kind of in the circle now of protection. Not as much as everyone else, but I think Aiden just feels like he has to protect her. And then now that means Owl Motel is out of commission. We have no place to go. Clara is like, hey, so I know this place called the Bunker. That we can maybe consider going to do all of our things, maybe, if you want to. Ooh. So the Bunker is apparently a location where the original CTOS was test run through, and it is the blank spot on the map of Chicago. So in order to get into the Bunker, we need Tobias Frewer to give us access to the Bunker. Who Clara knows he was one of the original engineers of CTOS. Aiden goes after Tobias and is like, hey, bud, can you give me the bridge remote, please? And Tobias is like, I build things. And Aiden's like, that's cool. Give me the remote, please. And it's such a good scene. Aiden's such a manipulative man, but I love him so fucking much. So Tobias gives us access to the Bunker, so the Bunker is now our place of residence. Bum-bum! So now our place of residence where we can do all the things that we need to do. This is where my memory kind of gets a little more fuzzy, so like things are gonna be much more scattered. We find out there's this image of a woman, and they're able to trace the IP of where the data is being uploaded to Rossi Fremont, which is an area in southern Chicago, in the wards, which is home of the Viceroy gang. So Rossi Fremont is an area, and I don't know if we know this yet, but it's run by a guy named Iraq, which I couldn't for the life of me remember who this was until I saw it. Like, I could not remember this guy's name. The information came from Rossi Fremont, which is run by Iraq. He is the king of the Viceroys. So I'm gonna put like a red little crown on his head. There we go, crown. Amazing. Awesome. 10 out of 10 art. So we have to figure out how to break into Rossi Fremont, but Rossi Fremont is literally a fortress that's also a blank spot on CTOS's map. So we can't get into Rossi Fremont. In order to get in there, like, because Aiden can, but like, we need to get into the information. So if we can't get to the information, we might as well not go in. So Aiden sneaky seeks his way to Rossi Fremont the first time. This is attempt number 1. He hacks in, he does a little hacky to figure out what the fuck is going on in there, and we now know of a guy named Bedbug. Bedbug is Iraq's family. They have familial bonds there, so we're gonna put family bonds. They're like cousins or something. So Bedbug is like the little brother who's like people don't see that he fits in type of thing. So we as Aiden are gonna try to influence Bedbug to give us the list to this auction. There's an auction happening with Lucky Quinn also participating in the auction along with Iraq. Can I make a document? Can I make a document real quick? This is definitely what a page looks like. This is the list. So Bedbug has access to this list that will get them into the auction, and they both have access to it. So Aiden goes and scares Bedbug. So we're gonna do some more little red lines here, like, oh my god, we scared him, oh my god, to get onto the list so we can go to the auction. So we have to impersonate this guy named Crispin, who is like an English dude, I guess. Do I really remember much? No. I'll just put I guess, blue. Yeah, Crispin. We have to impersonate as Crispin. But we're secretly Aiden Pierce, and we don't actually change our outfit, and it makes me really fucking mad and annoyed that we don't change the outfit, because everyone knows the fucking vigilante outfit. Why don't we change it? I don't know. I don't get it. So we infiltrate as Crispin into the auction. Then at the auction, shooty things happen. We do get the access code that we need to get back into Rossi Fremont. So Aiden immediately goes back to Rossi Fremont. And the reason for this is that he wants the full data. On the original hard drive file, there's an image of a woman. For some reason, whoever put a hit on Aiden and Damien didn't want the full file being leaked for whatever reason. But the data on that hard drive is corrupted. Which I think is good to put here. It is malfunctioning. So it is malfunctioning. It is not working. So we go to the auction. We go back to Rossi Fremont. This is his second attempt at Rossi Fremont. We do more hackies. And we're able to get in. We get the data. We send it off to Clara. And Clara's like, hey, there is encryption software on this data, and the encryption software is made by none other than Raymond Kenny, who was another pioneer, I think, of Bloom and CTOS, but then went cold hacker when he realized, like, oh my god, this data is not, what they're doing is not good. Raymond Kenny, his hacks are in there, so we have to go to Pawnee, which to Aiden is like the worst thing ever, because Pawnee is where Niece died on the way to Pawnee. So I'm gonna put a line. God, this is getting messy. Whee! Put a line to Pawnee. Raymond Kenny is in Pawnee. We track him down. Track him down to Pawnee. We find Raymond Kenny and we rescue him from people who are also tracking him down. So we rescue him. And so now we have protection status over Raymond Kenny. Bring him back to the bunker, and now he is permanently at the bunker, just doing things. Like, so he is permanently here now. So Aiden is figuring all of this out. Damien is still doing things. And then also at some point, like, Jackson goes under fire again, and gets caught or kidnapped or something. He gets stuck somewhere. So we go full protection mode over Jackson, and we return him back to Yolanda, and Yolanda is very fucking sus. She's like giving us like some sort of like side eye. I don't know. Pretend that's a fucking side eye. I don't know what this is. It's a face. That is definitely a face. She is very sus. And it's like, if you don't bring Nikki back soon, then I am going to call the cops. So we're like, we don't want that to happen. So we're like in time crunch mode, technically. Raymond is working on decrypting what is coming from the bunker, but then all of our data gets stolen by a guy named Default. Default is like another one of Dead Sex people, from my understanding, but he's a very public-facing hacker, so they don't like him. So, like, not necessarily on the outskirts of things, but they don't like him because he's very much a public figure, because he's a musician and whatnot. He do the music things. Yeah, so we, as Aiden, go after Default in our vigilante justice. We go after him, and we basically stop him from interrupting us. I think we, like, kill him. I think we kill him. I don't actually remember if we kill him, but he's not around anymore, so we go back to doing what we're doing. We get the information that we need. God, and this is where my memory goes completely out the window. I don't remember much after this, because I remember just the plot of the whole Rossi Fremont thing just being like the side quest of the side quest of the side quest to the main quest. And I was like, what the fuck is actually happening anymore? We get Nikki back, so we rescue Nikki with more vigilante justice, and we get these two to leave Chicago. So they are safe, they are out of the picture. So in realization of all of this, we've realized that Lucky Quinn ordered the hit on both Damien and Aiden, because it was his information, and it was information of his crony, his little puppet of the mayor, which I forget his name. He's a fucking puppet to Lucky Quinn, so Lucky Quinn can do whatever the fuck he wants. So Aiden, in vigilante justice style, hacks his way into the Merlot, and then hacks his way into Lucky Quinn, literally hacking his way into Lucky Quinn, and kills him. We fuck up his pacemaker, and he dies. The end. Not actually, that's not the end of the story yet. So with Lucky Quinn out of the picture, like, you would think, like, Aiden kind of does have a sense of resolve now. Damien, for some fucking reason, now has a vendetta against Aiden. Again, for some fucking reason. I don't remember fully off the top of my head. So Damien is now trying to hack into the entire CTOS and Bloom. So Bloom is like the mega corporation behind CTOS. So Bloom is over here in their own protective corner. We did have to hack into them at some point, and we did. So we did hack into Bloom at some point, but Bloom and CTOS are like best buddies, because Bloom runs CTOS. Damien is now trying to hack into Chicago proper. And Chicago, I have no idea what color to give you. I'll give you yellow. Why not? Chicago. Damien is now trying to hack his way into Chicago. Aiden's like, nope, we're not doing that, buddy. Is trying to stop Damien, but is also trying to shut down CTOS. So Aiden does a big hacky hack on CTOS and kills CTOS for a moment in the city to show, like, oh my god, people can hack it and still destroy its entire system. In turn, like, also hacking into Chicago as well. Towards the very end of the game, we have a confrontation with Damien where Jordy is there. Jordy tries to kill us, but we say no fam, and Jordy still is living after it. But we kill Damien after he had already gotten people to kill Clara, which is very sad. I wish Clara didn't die. Also, Iraq dies at some point. I don't remember where. It happens, like, after we get the information out of Rossi Fremont. He dies there. Bedbug is still alive, though. He's just kicking around, doing things. We also figure out, and this is me just going back and, like, looking at this, the second hacker was Iraq at the Merlot. And then at the very end, we get to decide whether we want to do vigilante justice on Maurice or if we don't want to. I think in my first playthrough, I think I killed him. But you can choose either to kill or not kill him. It doesn't affect the ending either way, what you choose to do. It's kind of a post-credit sequence. But yeah, that is plot of Watch Dogs 1. Aiden does get revenge in the end, and he eventually does go into hiding, as we see in the Bad Blood DLC. But yeah, Raymond's still alive and kicking. Deadsuck is still acting. Tobias is alive, but most of the people we know are dead. Because that's what you get for being a vigilante in Chicago. So I hope you enjoyed this video of me explaining the plot of Watch Dogs 1 poorly. I'm definitely missing things for sure. Let me know what you think of the plot, what your favorite moments are. I definitely love the sequence of trying to get Nikki and Jackson out of Chicago. It has such great music, it's so good, and it just leads perfectly into going and getting Lucky Quinn, which I think is one of the hardest parts of the game. So yeah, I appreciate you all hanging out with me today as we dove into, very poorly, the plot of Watch Dogs 1. If you like this video, feel free to give a thumbs up, like, comment, share, whatever you deem worthy for this video. And if you want to see me do another poorly explained video of a plot of another video game, feel free to let me know in the comments. I would be more than happy to do this again. With that being said, I hope you all have a good rest of your time zone, and I will see you in the future. My name's Aaron Gray, Queer Variety Streamer, signing off.